Good morning, everyone. We're here at the early watch this morning. Jimmy decided he was going to be a bum and not make it, so it's just me and Tony this morning. What's up, Tony?
Hang on a second. I'm answering a question. Good
Uh-oh.
morning, people. Yeah, Jimmy's. I don't know. Jimmy's Jimmy. So fuck him.
All right, the show must go on.
Uh, we are live.
So,
Uh, to answer Midmo's question, he asked if it was mainly classic guns in Tulsa, and that's no. Classic guns are what I'm interested in, so I gravitated towards that. But no, there was more than one booth there selling ARs that you could build right there. From what I heard, I didn't go to them because I don't give a fuck. But
there was a little bit of everything there.
yeah, there's something for everybody in that something somewhere.
But the problem I saw, and this is indicative of a lot of gun shows I've been to lately, it's become less of a variety and more of a grandpa's closet or whatever they inherited. That's a safe queen that they're trying to hawk.
Well, I don't have a real problem with that because some of
I
that stuff
know.
is what I'm after. Like the old Winchester stuff. God damn, I wish I'd had $10,000.
Right?
I mean, when I went out there to meet the early watch guys and to go see the gun show as my first show. No intent of buying anything because there was really nothing that I wanted that I figured was within my reach. An
Right.
original Colt or an original 73 Winchester. Hell, that's $1,500, $2,000. I'm like, well, fuck, I ain't gonna spend that kind of money. So there's nothing that I want. I just want to go see it. I go back again. I'm going to take a few $1,000s with me to buy because I will buy myself a original 1873 Winchester or 1886 if I can find it. Hopefully in an obscure ass caliber, 4560 or something like that. For the 86, that is.
Right. So what are we going over this morning? We find anything to go over this morning?
Well, I'm still going over Tulsa.
All right, continue.
Jimmy didn't want to talk about that at all yesterday because the son of a bitch didn't go.
Yeah. Even G-Webs, who said he wasn't going to go, ended up going. So what's Jimmy's fucking excuse?
He had work.
Lame.
It is, but hell, me and the old lady had to ask 3 months in advance to take this time off. So, we had to plan way in advance to go.
Lame.
But now we know, that we want to maybe go again. So next year we're looking at having a pile of cash to take with us and, go to actually buy a couple of guns there.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely.
I mean, Jimmy just had to move and, so he's probably broke too. Let me see here.
Broke, AK-less, probably Glockless.
I had brought this up, several weeks ago, right after the Parkland thing. And it's an article from NRA Hunters Leadership Forum magazine about what would Thomas Jefferson do. Basically, it's just an article, NRA based article on them yakking about shit, but it's got several quotes in there that are viable to today. And I want to go through those. And the first quote is, "The Constitution shall never be construed to prevent the people of the United States who are peaceable citizens from keeping their own arms." And that's a quote from Samuel Adams.
Good quote.
The second quote, "No free man shall ever be debarred the use of arms." That's from Thomas Jefferson.
Rather good quote.
"To disarm the people is the most effectual way to enslave them." George Mason. And the reason I go through this is because, you hear so much about the founding fathers can't possibly be thinking about what's going on today, which is horseshit. "They that give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety." And that's the actual quote from Ben Franklin. It gets misquoted a lot. "Necessity is the plea for every infringement of human freedom. It is the argument of tyrants. It is the creed of slaves." William Pitt. Oh shit, this is a long one. "The laws that forbid the carrying of arms are laws of such a nature they disarm only those who are neither inclined nor determined to commit crimes. Such laws make things worse for the assaulted and better for the assailants. They serve rather to encourage rather than prevent. Encourage than to prevent homicides. For an unarmed man may be attacked with greater confidence than an armed man." Thomas Jefferson. And that is the end of those. I just thought I would bring that out today.
Yep. Those are some good quotes.
It's kind of an old one, but we didn't hardly touch on it because of the shit going on. Let's see, what else did I have that I want? All right, the benefits of a... Oops. Whoa.
Okay. All right. Tony's got some technical difficulties. Please stand by. What was it? I think when Ben Franklin was talking to Dr. James McHenry, one of Maryland's delegates at the convention, Constitutional Convention, he said, "Well, doctor, what have we got? A republic or a monarchy?" And the doctor replied, "A republic, if you can keep it." That is the official quote.
Oh no, I screwed up something on my friggin' link, so I'm gonna have to skip that one.
All right, you back?
I am back.
Right.
We'll jump to... Well, first I'll see if some bitch opens before I say we'll jump to anything. So, this is an article from the current edition of Shooting Sports Illustrated, or Shooting Illustrated, whatever the hell it is. And it's the gun safety rule.
Uh-oh.
And it's talking about, gun sight academies for safety rules that were thought up by Cooper. And it kind of points out the first rule being, every gun is loaded. And it talks about how this has been misconstrued and I do this myself, treat every gun as if it's loaded. Their rule is every gun is loaded until you personally confirm that it ain't. And I just wondered what people thought about that. I agree with it, to be honest with you, and I regret having bastardized it because I'm as guilty as anybody else of spouting the treat every gun as if it were loaded, and that's not the rule. The rule is every gun is loaded. until you know that it ain't. And their point,
Right.
what it is in your mind, you should see that when you see a gun, you should say that's loaded until you confirm for yourself that it is not. And that goes even if you sit and watch somebody check a gun and they hand it to you, you should check it yourself. And I fully agree with that. I've missed seeing a round in the chamber on a freaking Taurus and put a hole in my freaking back door in the neighbor's house.
Ooh.
And I looked at the son of a bitch. I just completely missed it.
That's not good. Not good. That's not good.
So, that's. I'm curious what people think of that. And like I said, I agree with it. When you see a gun, you should assume that it's loaded until you know it ain't.
Right.
All right, your turn.
That's what my CCW course said. Treat. And while I've heard this many, many times before, but I try and treat every gun as if it were loaded until I break it open or I put a chamber flag in there myself.
See, that's what they're wanting out of it, as if. They're wanting the adamant. It is loaded until you know it's not.
Yeah. But the issue is not every gun is loaded. As much.
They look.
No, and that's the point. You have to go and look. You have to check. Otherwise, well, you can be going into in certain situations, either you're going into the fire without firepower or you're going out of the fire without firepower.
I can tell you flat out right now with my guns, I know every gun and the status of every one of them.
Good. Same here.
But I'm the only one that knows that. So anybody who comes and looks at my stuff should assume that they're loaded, because most of them are. Now, I don't keep the cowboy guns loaded.
Especially that one with the hair trigger.
Well, it's no problem until you cock the damn thing. I mean, you keep it loaded all the fucking time, it wouldn't do nothing.
When are you getting that one fixed?
I don't know if I am. I know what it is, so I'm not that worried about it. As long as I don't have to wear gloves, I'm not shooting when it's cold enough to wear gloves. It's not a problem for me. It's the glove thing that screws me up because the trigger is so friggin' light. I can't tell how much pressure I put on gloves, and it'll go off before I know it. But without gloves, when you touch the damn trigger.
Yeah, but it's single action, right?
Right. Yeah, you have to cock it before it does anything.
Right. So, yeah, I guess.
And they do have transfer mechanism in them. It's not quite the same as a transfer bar because the thing has a firing pin on the hammer, but the hammers don't go all the way down unless the trigger's pulled. So you can have 5 or 6 rounds in them and not worry about inadvertently setting it off, which I don't keep them loaded anyway, because my grandkids come over here and want to play with them and look at them and shit like that. And there's no point having the guns loaded until I'm going to use them. And I'm not going to carry them for self-defense. I mean, fuck no. So, I don't keep them loaded. The 44 rifle and the 45-70, I don't keep them loaded because I don't know why on the 44 Magnum rifle that actually would be all right, but I ain't gonna shoot anybody with a 45-70 here in town. That'd be as bad as a 30-06. Shoot some bitch through that refrigerator in the house 2 doors over. But all my shotguns, well, except for the double barrel, are loaded. My Well, I took the rounds out of my 222 Hunt rifles, so they're not loaded now. Didn't want to leave them loaded, sit here all freaking.
Tony, you still there?
They're not in them. There's no round chamber.
Oh, you're back. All right.
I didn't go nowhere.
You did. You popped out a second ago. I don't know
That's
what it was.
because I was just saying a bunch of boring shit anyway.
Yeah. So let's go over some of these topics, okay? Which ones do you want to go over first?
I already did the first two I wanted to go over.
All right. All right, then why don't I go over the Dick's Sporting Goods one?
Have at it. It's your turn.
All right, guys. We got some more news slash slandering to do against Dick's Sporting Goods. Apparently, an analyst slams Dick's Sporting Goods over new gun policies. Here's a link for you guys out there in the chat. And there it is on the gun channel side. But I'll go read it. A financial analyst slammed leadership at Dick's Sporting Goods this week for becoming the corporate face of gun control. Yanni Lodato, a contributor at Seeking Alpha, criticized Chief Executive Officer Ed Stack for adopting a disadvantageous political alignment when he banned.
They're not going to be the face of gun control. They're the face of hypocrisy because they did this shit before, and then when it cooled off, they went back to selling the regular way they normally did.
Right, but let me finish this, all right, and then we can wrap.
Right. You ever listen to the show when Jimmy's trying to read articles?
Yes, I have.
That's part of what you got to deal with when you're in that seat.
Yeah. When he banned gun sales to customers under 21 and pulled modern sporting rifles from the shelves at 36 Field and Stream stores across the nation. Stack previously discontinued assault-style rifles more than 800 Dick's locations after the Sandy Hook massacre in 2012. The newest rules come in the wake of a February school shooting in Parkland, Florida that claimed yada, yada, yada. You know that part. In one fell swoop, Stack effectively alienated a large portion of the store's clientele base. Lodato said, I don't understand why management would assume a political position, although a step towards stricter gun control may be the ethical or moral high ground. Management should conceptualize that a sizable portion of shoppers are gun enthusiasts, resulting in both decreased sales and potential customer loss over this very personal issue.
Well, that's the thing. You know, they got to think about the fact that when you have a city that's large enough to have Dick's, it's also large enough to have other places.
Yep.
To sell the same shit.
And if those other places aren't going to pull stuff from the shelves just because one group of underage children say so, well, then guess what? I guess you'll lose money.
I mean, I'm a little ticked about Walmart going down that path too, but Walmart at least has not been hypocritical about it. When they stopped selling handguns, that was it. They stopped. They, that I know of, didn't sell the quote-unquote assault-style rifles either.
Walmart.
I've never seen them in my store.
They were in my store, and I was very sad to see them go. But considering the prices they wanted for them, I could go and get a PSA for $4.99, where as opposed they were trying to sell Bushmasters for like $7.99. Not great. I don't care how great a Bushmaster is. I'm not paying $800 for a Bushmaster when I can go and get a PSA for $500. Just saying.
I mean, granted, the mom and pops locally love that idea. Fuck yeah, don't let them kids buy them. Don't stock assault weapons. We will.
Anyways, I'm gonna finish this out. So because there's more to this. I'm going to try, and Tony's going to jump in when he feels like it. All right. A handful of high profile retailers followed in Dick's footsteps in March, including Walmart, Kroger, LL Bean. Lodata points out share prices for Dick's have fallen 45% from 2016 highs, though it's currently trading higher than the week the retailer announced its new gun policies. Stack told investors last month, despite an outpouring of support, he believes the policies could negatively impact sales in 2018. The announcement we made 2 weeks ago regarding our firearms policy is not going to be positive from a traffic standpoint and sales standpoint, he said. There's going to be the people who just don't shop us anymore for anything. Well, Stack cautioned it's too early to tell how deep the impact of the new policies will be felt. We've seen it. It's yesterday.
Really? Because I think we covered this.
Well, I don't remember covering it yesterday. So
not yesterday. No, this has been several weeks ago because we was specifically discussing that last paragraph you just read.
We probably have covered it before.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. There's something I have to go and take care of.
You're going to go outside and scream.
No, I'm going to delete Script's messages on YouTube. All right. There's going to be people who just don't strap us for anything anymore. It's too early to tell. We've seen a bit of difference in the hunt business. Not an awful lot, he said. It's too early to tell how this is going to be impacted, but we've got to think the impact will be backed into our guidance. President Lauren Hobart likewise told investors last month the sporting goods retailer anticipated recovery in its hunting category. It materialized last quarter as weak demand for guns persists. Right. The improvement was not as much as we expected. We expect the hunting headwind to continue throughout 2018 and will likely be more impactful as a result of our recently announced changes in our firearms policies. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Well, the thing of it is that they're talking about the effects of stock trading, which really is not really germane to the effects of people coming in the fucking door or not. I mean, people are going to trade the stock back and forth one way or another, and the value of it's going to go up and down as demand for the stock increases or wanes. So that's not really a great barometer because it would take some time for people to see that the stores are getting hurt from these policies and it to affect the stock prices permanently.
Yeah. So, all right, you're up.
I think they're fucking stupid, to be honest with you.
I do too.
All right, this is an article I wanted to cover several weeks ago, and Jimmy just did not want to touch it. And this is 6 absolute truths about gun snobs. 6 absolute truths preached by gun snobs. And I am absolutely opposed to the gun snobbery thing, so you get why I bring this up.
So this is a PBR.
The mandatory tourniquet carry law. All the guys out there that say you should always carry a tourniquet. Well, fine if you know how to use it, but if you don't know how to use it, you can cause somebody to lose a fucking limb. You will appendix carry. Now, this one, I do appendix carry, but I don't give a fuck how anybody else carries. It says, so what if your muzzle points at your junk? A little fear will keep you alert. Don't really get that one. Unless you're just so goddamn certain you're not smart enough to take the gun out without pulling the fucking trigger. This is my favorite number 3. The wrong holster will shorten your life by the sun. Wait a minute. The wrong holster will shorten the life of the sun by 300 million years. The wrong sights will prevent you from hitting the water from a boat. Another good one. What government agency uses your gun? None. It sucks and you suck. We hear a lot of that. Using the wrong lube will turn your gun into a brick. If your gun lube doesn't require application by heating your weapon to 147.23778 degrees in a vacuum chamber, cause a molecular reaction with the steel, which creates a microscopic layer of Reese's peanut butter cup filling to reduce friction. And that's the end of that. I thought it was funny. It's poke fun at you gun snobs out there. Which evidently I'm one of because I'm a proponent of appendix carry. And cheap ass holsters.
Yeah. I've noticed that. I wasn't going to assume on that, though. Do you want to go over another one, or?
I do not know. Here, I'm looking through what I got.
All right.
Nope, that's all I got that I wanted to go through. The other stuff I want to do when Jimmy's here, so.
All right. I'll go after the Louisiana thing then.
Alrighty.
All right. Louisiana bill to raise age to buy assault weapons, and assault weapons is in quotation marks, has been rejected. A measure to put many popular semi-auto firearms out of the reach of 18 to 20 in Louisiana was easily defeated Tuesday in the state Senate. The bill, SB 274, failed to pass, gaining just 9 yes votes in the chamber against 26 lawmakers who were opposed. Sponsored by State Senator Troy Carter, Democrat, New Orleans, it would put miniguns off limits to a segment of adults in the state based on age. We need to do something to make our classrooms safer, Carter said. Yeah, I'm sure. Carter's bill classifies an assault weapon to include any pistol or rifle with a fixed magazine that can accept more than 10 rounds, any shotgun with a detachable magazine or revolving cylinder, and almost any gun with a combination of features such as a detachable magazine and barrel shroud or threaded barrel. Under his proposal, such firearms could only be transferred to those 21 years of age or older.
Sorry, I dropped out for about a minute.
Since the use in February of that AR by that guy in Florida,
you shouldn't have been able to buy some bitch anyway.
Florida and Vermont have passed legislation upping the minimum age for all gun sales to 21. In other news from the chamber, a proposed ban on bump stocks and similar devices, SB 491, also sponsored by Carter, was reported out of Senate Judiciary B Committee this week and now heads to further consideration on the floor, scheduled for Wednesday since their use in the Route 91 Harvest Festival shooting in Las Vegas last October. Massachusetts, New Jersey, and Washington have outlawed the accessories, while similar legislation is pending in several additional states. So, been a good with a bad, unfortunately.
Well, the thing is you got to read the fine print on what this motherfucker wants to ban. Any gun with a fixed magazine that has more than 10 rounds capacity is every fucking 22 tubular magazine gun that I've ever owned.
That's every gun, period.
No, my revolvers don't have 10 rounds.
Yeah, but they're trying to make it so all you can have are revolvers and muzzle loaders.
The 45-70 would be fine, but the 44 rifle would not.
Okay, let me put it this way. You know your semi-auto hunting rifles?
It doesn't specify semi-auto in that. It says just a gun with a freaking tubular magazine that holds more than 10 rounds.
No, it specified semi-autos.
You're missing my point. On that particular part of the law, it didn't say it had to be a semi-auto. It said that any gun with a fixed magazine with the capacity of more than 10 rounds. So bolts that hold more than 10 rounds are on that list.
It said to include any pistol or rifle with a fixed magazine.
Yeah, any. Bolt action, whatever.
So it doesn't matter. No matter what action it is.
That's right. That's what I'm getting at. They're not just saying they want the semi-auto stuff off the streets. They want all fucking guns that hold more than 10 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Which is every fucking tubular magazine 22 out there, and a lot of fucking rifles and pistol calibers, handgun calibers out there will hold more than 10. Mine will. I think.
Yep.
Hell, I don't know. I have to check it now. I don't remember. I think it's 10 plus 1.
All right, so do you have anything else we want to cover?
No, this law fucking ruined my fucking morning. This legislation, I should say.
Yes, Tony is triggered right now.
Well, no, not really, but I just want to point out to people that they really need to read the fucking fine print of what this shit's trying to be pushed through. I mean, that would just about be a full-on gun ban in Louisiana had that passed. Couldn't have fucking hardly anything. I mean, you could have revolvers. That's about all that's left. Single shot stuff. Big hunting rifles probably still in there, but barely. And I think the provision was in there to get around that too on any of them that had a detachable magazine, but I don't remember. I just perused it right quick. It really stood out, that fixed magazine of more than 10 rounds bit. That triggered me right there because I know what they're going after with that. They're going after all my Marlins.
Yep.
I'm glad that it didn't really get any traction.
I am too.
All right, everybody, we're about to call this because we ain't got shit. Jimmy didn't show, and
we're running out of topics.
I haven't been doing much in the way of looking for topics because of the extended vacation I took off of looking at bad news and then going to Tulsa.
Same here.
I had a couple of topics pop in my lap this morning because I got my new online version of the NRA magazines that I get. I don't look to the NRA for news because it's fucking old by the time they get around to putting it out. But the tips and shit like that, yeah, I bring that out. That's the whole thing. One of the articles was on the benefits of carrying a backup gun. And I wanted to do that, but it won't fucking open. So I have to go back through that and maybe do that tomorrow or something. Because it was actually something that I wanted to discuss because I'm not one that carries a backup. I don't fall into that particular mindset at all. But I ain't going to go into that until we actually discuss it on the show as a topic. You can fly? I should catch that sumbitch and make him a pet because he's the first fly of the season here.
Get him.
I got to wonder about these LED light bulbs. As I come out here in the morning and directly under my LED lamp overhead, I have a Kleenex. And when I come out here, the Kleenex is covered with dead bugs. Now, these LED lights ain't hot. So what the fuck in there is killing them bugs, and what is it doing to me?
I don't know. I honestly don't.
I honest to God thought about that last year when I first started seeing these dead bugs. I'm thinking, why the fuck is he's killing these bugs? Is it going to kill me eventually? And then I come out this morning and there were bugs on it again. I'm like, fuck. Go back to an iridescent bulb. At least I can believe that the heat's what's killing them there. I don't know what the hell is killing them. I wish somebody would let me know. I'm kind of concerned. Yeah, some sort of frequency thing? Is this thing fucking with my pacemaker? What?
Wow. Yep, your pacemaker's putting out signals that are killing them.
No, it's the light that's doing it. Because it happens overnight when I'm not here, and the light here is one of two that get left on all the time. Because I'm fucking lazy and I don't want to walk through this motherfucker in the dark to try to turn them on because I break my damn neck.
Right.
And I don't carry a fucking flashlight with me around the house. Should put one on my gun. That way I could walk around with the gun in my hand and have all the neighbors scared to fucking death. More scared than they already are, I suppose. Hey, don't worry. Don't piss me off. I ain't gonna shoot you.
All right, then. All right, all. If you don't have a topic for us, we'll start wrapping it up. Tony, do you have anything you want to say or plug for Early Watch Nation or whatnot?
Nope. I don't know enough about that shit to even start on it. I mean, we have the Early Watch Nation .com website, but I have a hard time even finding that son of a bitch. It's not in any search engines very well. Maybe 4,000 results down.
Yeah, you got to keep. It's a little difficult to.
While I'm thinking of it, if I can get it to come up, I will.
Yeah, go to earlywatchnation.com. Sign up if you haven't done so already for your state, and help us out with the news.
Yeah, please. Hang on. See, because I run freaking Google, I don't get a friggin' link on the top when I open something I've got on my desktop. So it's kind of hard to cut and paste. anything.
So far, the national scoreboard is we have Michigan, Idaho, Minnesota, Florida, Missouri, Ohio, California. We have Connecticut, Kansas, Wisconsin, Illinois, Texas, SC, Arizona, and Maryland.
Damn, how many is that? 11, 12?
It's a couple, yeah.
That's cool. It's getting there. I don't know.
I think it's 15. I'm not sure.
I hope that the website gets utilized for what he wants it for. I'm trying to, but, you know, as it stands right now, he needs to put a place on there that we can post stuff aside from the comment section, you know. I don't see any way of doing that.
I'll get with Jimmy and try and figure out something where we can get some people to log in and start posting stuff.
Well, I'm trying to keep up with Illinois stuff, and all I can do at the moment is post the stuff in the comments. And so if you're looking at Illinois stuff, please look through the comments, because the only thing I've posted on there thus far is calls to action. So that's where I'm going to put them when I get them until I find a better way to do it. So I am doing it, but it's not as easy as I would like it to be. I hope that as people get using it, it'll get easier to find on a fucking search.
No, that requires me and Jimmy to work on the SEO part, search engine optimization, and get that sorted out.
And probably needs to be a secure server too.
Well, the server is secure enough.
Who the hell's that? Is that the
Hey, you guys use it? These guys ever seen a slow motion fucking train wreck? I just listened to one for a couple minutes.
Yeah, well, fuck you too. Well, goodbye, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Later.
Fuck you, asshole.
Hey, man, I had to fucking try to see if I can get into this little fucking. I had to see if I can get into this little day labor thing, man. I had to do it, so it's my bad, but it fell through anyway. So here I am to save the day, maybe.
We were about to close it out, Jimmy. So you're still late.
Oh, okay.
We hacked on you as much as we possibly could.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect nothing less. Nothing less from my friends.
Has a real problem being in your seat and me interrupting when he's reading shit. You don't like it.
I don't read well enough as it is, and to have somebody interrupt you, yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
But that's part of the show.
Oh, I know. I'm not arguing.
Besides, I'm old and senile. I have to say what I'm thinking when I think it, or I'll forget it.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. It's not like we didn't know you were old and senile.
Hey, listen, fuck you.
Hey, guess what? Double fuck you.
Hey,
triple right.
All right.
Hey, so can we please talk about fucking Tulsa? I feel like that hasn't been brought up enough.
Oh no, we're not talking about Tulsa, Mister. Oh yeah, I'll go. And then G-Webs is the only one that actually shows up.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if Heavy would give me a ride.
Heavy wasn't even going.
That's why I was waiting on him.
Probably been happy to have a co-driver out there.
Oh, I kind of actually feel bad a little bit about not going with him.
You should feel bad, you lousy son of a bitch.
Yeah. Well, now I don't. I did feel bad.
Well,
you missed actually a really good time. I mean, honestly.
You did.
Oh no, I believe it. I did get a chance to catch a couple of the shows, man. It looked like everybody was having a hoot.
Did you see the karaoke?
No, I didn't.
I saw a bit of that, and
It was ridiculous.
yeah, that's what I said. There ain't enough alcohol in Oklahoma to make that sound good.
I told you, man. I would have been there fucking tearing it up right now. I don't need no alcohol for that.
I was in bed, so it didn't matter.
Hey, the only reason I need alcohol is to stop shaking and shit.
I.e., Jimmy's got the shakes.
Yeah. So, did you guys hear about Rick Scott?
No, what's going on with Rick Scott?
Hold on a second.
Here he comes to drag this motherfucker out.
Yeah, when we were trying to fucking end it.
I'm sorry, it was Phil Scott. Phil Scott. So, Montpelier, Vermont, Governor Phil Scott, amid cheers and loud booing, signed 3 groundbreaking gun restrictions laws yesterday. It was remarkable and tense scene outside the State House. Today we choose action over inaction, Governor Scott says. I want to be absolutely clear. I believe these measures will make a difference, and I firmly believe each and every one of them is consistent. That's okay. I don't care. I want to see what the measures are. The two bills make it easier for authorities to seize guns from people accused of domestic violence or people deemed by a judge to be danger. Go ahead.
Accused of.
Accused of, not
accused of. Yeah.
Not found of by a court of law.
No, that's what I'm saying. These things, all you literally have to do for these, some people are calling it the red flag laws and then whatever the fuck, the Protection Act or whatever the fuck. All you have to do is point a finger and say, hey, that guy is crazy. And they will go and take his guns and then they will look into it. That's what a lot of people don't like. That's the fine print in this red flag shit that they're pulling in different states.
We was just discussing the fine print aspect of these fucking laws.
You wonder
oh my
why.
God. When
you
look
wonder
into
why
some
I'm
of
not
it,
married.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing though, man, is that when you look in, like, you'll see the headline and shit and it sounds fucked up, but it doesn't sound that bad. And then you go look into it and it's like, holy shit, man.
Buckstrike, if I didn't know you, I'd be calling on you just from what I've seen at Tulsa.
Yes, back at you, Tony.
This guy's always screaming at me.
Bitch.
So that's Vermont, man. Sad time over there. And they're signed. So that's it.
It is a sad time. Hopefully the Supreme Court will say, hey, you can't do that shit.
Yeah.
You know, we have protections for due process here, people.
That's what I mean. They're just like ignoring that completely now.
Due
and
process, what's that?
No one's fighting it. I don't know.
I don't know why we're hearing about it after it's fucking signed, though. You know.
Because that's why.
No.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear shit about it yesterday, right? And I'm reading more about it, and he's fucking. And guess what you know what his NRA rating is?
F.
A-.
Really?
A-. Yeah, this was a shock to everybody, apparently.
Well, apparently, according to the NRA, some common sense gun control is okay to the NRA.
Well, yeah, they are, you know, for compromise and shit, I guess. But
the NRA's always been that.
Well, yeah, but it's trickery though. It's really trickery. They're saying, do you want kids to die? And you say no, then you're for fucking gun control then automatically.
Well, that's the way they work polling data for sure.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Let's see here.
Do you want kids to die? If you say no, you want
then you must want gun control.
Driving cars and having cell phones because they're too stupid to have them.
Oh shit. Yeah, you know, Italians have bad tempers. Should they be banned from guns? You know, like ban Italians.
Jimmy, you shut your mouth right now.
How the hell come they're glossing over the fact that the FBI dropped the ball on this motherfucker?
Greeks have bad tempers too. They should be banned from having guns.
Oh, you're talking about? I'm Greek and Italian, so I'm double banned.
Yeah,
well,
Jimmy.
you got a fucking handle on me because I'm English and Irish.
Jimmy, you're on double super secret probation.
Well, the Irish are drunks, so you can't have guns either. We should ban Irishes, Italians, and Greeks.
Actually,
except for me.
I'm like half English, half Irish, and half Scottish.
Yeah. Well, see, and the Irish and the Scottish is always going to be fighting inside of you, so you got to we can't have you have shit anymore. Violent.
Oh, shit, I need to turn them all in, I guess.
Yeah.
Shoot me dead and take them, you cocksuckers.
Hey, well, I never looked at it like that. Guess I got to turn it in now.
Hashtag shall not be infringed. Hashtag shall not comply. Hashtag get over it.
Hashtag cold dead hands.
That one.
This is kind of interesting. Did you hear about this shit? The FBI, gun owners in Source State, quote, of Tennessee unwittingly supply California felon in gun trafficking plot. Using Facebook, a website for private gun sellers, a handful of helpers in Lenoir City and Tennessee's liberal gun laws, a felon smuggled guns and ammunition into California and into the hands of criminals, court records allege. 38, a felon and accused drug trafficker from Kettleman City, Cali, is charged in the U.S. District Court of the Eastern District, California, in a gun trafficking conspiracy linked to East Tennessee.
Well, now,
Tennessee
listen here.
Source State. Go
ahead. Bad guys will find a way. You know, even if they're going to Tennessee and they're fooling these people to get them, they're getting them.
Oh, yeah, this is a super fucking... I just read the next paragraph. This is like super illegal. I thought they're trying to make it seem like a fucking FFL did this. Sanchez shipped cash, cocaine, and marijuana, including California edible pot food products, back to Tennessee as payment for the guns. This is totally some fucking illegally set up shit anyway.
Jesus. And this is California trying to make their gun laws nationwide, is what it is.
Yeah. While they were luring people in with their cocaine.
Here's a grand old fuck you for California. God, now I'm pissed off. Fuck.
It's all Jimmy's fault. We were having such a good time before Jimmy jumped in.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the early watch.
So, we already did that.
Hey, oh my God, they charged that fucking brought the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas teacher charged after leaving gun in public restroom. She got charged with that shit, or he got charged with that shit. Yeah. What did he get charged with?
Being stupid.
Being stupid.
Charged with failing to safely store a firearm, a second-degree misdemeanor. And he got released Sunday after posting a $250 cash bond. Meanwhile, who told police he fired the Glock 9mm to see if it was loaded, was charged with firing a weapon while intoxicated and trespassing.
This is the same guy?
Sadly.
Simpson managed to retrieve the gun from Spataro. Joseph Spataro, 69, picked up the gun and fired it into a wall. And then Simpson, 43, was charged with failing to safely store it. So the one guy left it out, and the other guy picked it up.
Picked up and shot it
to see if it was loaded. Yeah. Oh, goodness.
The gun owner himself should be forced to pay for the fucking damages caused by the drunk dude.
Yeah, well, he's going to be paying. He already started paying now. He's got that $250 fine, bond. Who knows what the fine's going to be?
Yeah, but if you have to post bond, you only have to put up 10%. That's $25.
No, he paid cash $250, so that was probably $2,500 bond.
I got you.
Yeah. Let's see here. Phil Scott. Yeah, Phil Scott is all over the gun news this morning. Hey, check this out. This is kind of cool. This happened yesterday. Wisconsin high school kid sues principal who banned T-shirts depicting guns. Let's see. He is told to change, cover them, or spend the day in an isolated cubicle, so in school or something like that. So he's exercising some other rights to defend what he calls his First Amendment right. Oh, it was, so the shirt was celebrate diversity, and it showed a bunch of different, it showed a couple of different 1911 and Uzi, a fucking Glock is on there. They got a little P90 and that type of shit. And then he's got the love written in guns and a grenade.
You have to dig a little deeper into what the shirt was, because it could be, a shirt that hints at celebrating diversity by shooting everybody that ain't the same as you.
Nah, it ain't.
Don't really want to be back in that kind of shit.
No, I know, but it's just a regular shirt. There's no like snarky remarks on it or nothing. They're just regular shirts. So he filed suit Monday in Milwaukee, and they named the principal as the defendant. And claims that it violated the kid's freedom of expression by restricting him from wearing shirts that depict guns and other weapons in a non-violent, non-threatening manner. The suit also contends that the principal's personnel case-by-case determination of which shirts are, quote, inappropriate violates the kid's rights to due process. Fucking A, cool. So that's cool. So that's
nowhere because schools have written dress codes.
Oh yeah.
The schools are just trying to teach every kid out there fear of a gun any way they can.
Agendas.
Marion Hammer, the NRA's top lobbyist in Florida, didn't attend Tuesday's public hearing on Leon County gun ordinance because of death threats. Hammer, usually a staple at legislative hearings on gun bills, acknowledged she wouldn't attend the hearing in an email exchange over the weekend with County Commissioners Brian Disalage. Quote, the death threats come with the job, she said in Sunday email. I've dealt with it for many years, but it's so ugly this time. NRA is insisting that I listen to my security advisors. It always amazes me how these people who claim to want to stop violence are so quick to threaten violence. I've never been afraid of them, but it really makes me angry when they threaten my family. Yeah, it should. Yeah, well, that's another thing too, is that I think we were talking about that a couple weeks ago when we were saying, they want people to take their guns, but what about the people that aren't going to give up their guns? They're going to send people with guns to go get the people that won't give up their guns. That's a declaration of war.
Day.
Yeah, I mean that's as far as I'm concerned. End gun violence with gun violence.
Exactly.
So stop being hypocritical out there, guys.
The accidental anti-gunner who's listening to this, you need to spread this little tidbit. Count. Just do your best estimate of how many guns are in private hands in this country. And just think of how you're going to get rid of them. Because we're not going to turn them in. It ain't going to happen. And just as a tip, I'll give you an approximation. It's somewhere between 440 and 500 million, if not more. So, there's, 10, 15 million ARs in this country in private hands. Just the ARs, not all the other whatever crap. So, if you want to think about starting that war, you better think fucking hard. Because it ain't going to be pretty for anybody.
No, it won't be. But let's see, that's the thing though, is that most of the people that are out there now, walking around with the signs and all that shit, if shit were to actually hit the fan, and I'm not talking like, we always talk, but if shit was to actually go down, they'd be they'd be relaxing somewhere in their house or something. They wouldn't have to deal with it. They'd have to watch it on the news or something. Or watch it from their local Walmart FEMA camp or some shit. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I can't even speculate as to what's going to happen if shit goes down like that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, none of these anti-gunners, man, none of the ones that I've met or seen or talked to, even seen on the news, none of them are activists. None of them are out there and truly passionate about this. This is a fucking bandwagon bullshit that they're jumping on right now, and it's gonna be, it's gonna be something else. Something else is gonna pop up to distract us, and that's gonna be what it is.
The anti-gunners need to get in their head that us pro-gun people, and it's the real pro-gun people I'm talking about, the hardcore, which is a fair majority of them, believe in the right of gun ownership as a part of this country's freedom.
Yeah.
And
absolutely,
for people to suggest disarming of any kind of arm is a violation of our constitutional rights. Just as much as if we were to take these people and gag them so they couldn't fucking talk.
If only we could.
Well, there's this article right here. I've never heard of this guy before. This is the outline.com. And I think that they're more middle. I don't think that he's a debunker, it seems like. I'm going through some of this shit. It says, welcome to Takedown, a column in which Sean McElwee holds pundits accountable for their hot garbage takes and isn't afraid to be held accountable for his. This article, I was kind of skimming through it, and it is, no, gun owners are not more politically organized. The myth that pro-gun America is simply more passionate about the issue and more organized is not supported by the data. And pretty much, like I said, skimming through this, there's a lot of words. He equates going all the way back from 2013. So like the post Sandy Hook and all this shit. That the anti-gunners are more organized. They rally more. They're actually more vocal about their feelings about shit and shit like that than the pro-gun side. And I think, in my opinion, you guys, I'm curious to hear what you guys think, but in my opinion, I think that we actually, as gun owners, and like Tony was saying, the more hardcore 2A supporters, we're sitting there and we're ready to pop up if we have to. I would hope, but and trying to get up.
Who's got plans on the 14th?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That too. That's coming up this weekend, Sunday, I think, the 14th. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I got to figure out if Daniel's going to make it home. If he wants to go, we can ride together, or how the fuck I can get there.
Yeah, we're having another one out here in Arizona. So anyone that's out there, that can make it out Phoenix way, I'll probably be out there.
We are the unorganized militia. We're not collectivists, which is true. We're individuals.
Well, that's the thing, is that their organization is in power, I guess, and looking for control or something like that. Like they don't. I don't know. We don't organize like they do because
they have a shitload better PR guys than we do, evidently, because they can rally people around some of the dumbest fucking catchphrase ideas. And they roll that shit off the cuff like it's nothing, and we can't seem to come up with fucking catchphrase to save our goddamn rights.
Well, when there's 6 major cable conglomerates and they own 5.5 of them, I mean,
we know this. This is not new.
Exactly, yeah. But people say, how can we combat that? I don't know how we could combat decades
we're
and
doing the
decades and
14th
decades
is-
of planning, you know.
And then you got celebrities and rich people who already have armed security guards calling for disarmament as well. And I'm like, okay, you have armed security guards. Do you want your armed security guards to be disarmed? No? Well, then shut up.
It goes with. I don't give a shit about the celebrities. Fuck them. You know,
I don't either.
Stupid anyway. On when it comes to what regular people need and shit like that, they don't have any fucking idea anymore. But you know, this I hope rally on the 14th is what it should be, and not this last thing and these things that Matt's trying to throw together. And this is not a besmirchment of Matt, but you know, we need more time than a couple of fucking weeks to get shit together. And I don't know why that is. I mean, granted, most of us have lives, but the other side is really good about organizing its people in a hurry.
On weekdays and shit, right? Like, I mean, I understand, you know, there may be some of them that don't, you know, do anything or whatever, but they organize whenever they have to. Yesterday I saw a pretty cool protest. I don't know. Did any of you guys hear for Red for Ed? It might be a thing out here. It's only a thing out here, I think. It's for Arizona school districts. But they were I don't know where they stand on the whole gun thing, but they were out there protesting yesterday for more spending.
Oh, shit, that was a huge thing in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, they were out there yesterday. It was fucking. Was it yesterday? Yeah, they were out there yesterday. It was awesome, man. There was a shit ton of them out there. I don't, like I said though, I don't know if they're programmed, but I do agree with the whole, you know, giving the schools a little bit more cashish.
Well, the school teachers and students in Oklahoma wasn't in school all last week because teachers walked out, and I don't know that they're back yet. They weren't going to go back Monday.
See, the teachers, I think, only did it Monday. They had to walk in Monday.
Oh, fuck. They were out all week. There.
Well, yeah, because people are tossing all of these bullshit distractions at us and fucking ended up distracting from regular real life, like shit that we need to be spending money on. I don't know. Just saying.
I don't know how the teachers are getting people to stand behind them in Oklahoma still, because the governor and the legislature just increased their salaries by an average of $6,000 a year. And they're like, that's not nearly enough. And I'm like, man, that's kind of a pretty good fucking raise, really.
Hold on. So Squib was out there. I just went over to the YouTube side. My bad. It's hard for me to fucking split these. Anyway, excuses, right? Squib was saying, I just want to know why 2 Midwest states got their shit together and the rest of the country hasn't till now. Maybe because we are pro-gun over here. I don't know. There's a lot of I guess apathy. I'm trying to avoid saying that word because we say it all the fucking time. But yeah, people just like, I don't give a fuck. Ain't nothing gonna happen. We got a Republican in the president, a Republican House, a Republican Senate. We all the bullshit, and you know that's what happened. Now Trump, we've seen his true colors and shit.
There's a problem like with Illinois where most of us more conservative people don't like the ILRA because they're worse than the NRA about their, you know, willing to buckle under for shit. Yeah. But they are the biggest one here, and they're also really good at organizing their members. And fortunately, their yearly protest or rally or whatever the hell you want to call it got moved from the beginning of March to the 14th. So it's going to happen same time as all the rest of them. I assume that's fucking accidental, but maybe not. But I despise the ISRA. I really do. Man, these fuckers are worse than the NRA. You know, they built a fucking multi-million-dollar gun range by the heads of the groups, place where they live, their location, out of money out of the kitty of the organization, whereas most people can't get to it because we're fucking a long ways away. You know, it's the same bullshit that the NRA does, only worse because it's on a state level.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing, though, is that if you're on the state level, you're supposed to be fucking, I don't know, not necessarily fighting even harder than the NRA is, but you're on that fucking state level. That's like personal, you know? It's like the NRA sent somebody down to get down on one knee and look you right in your eye and, you know, like, hey, buddy, what's going on? How can I help? That kind of shit. So I don't know. That's how I figured the state one is supposed to be more personal than the fucking just the NRA. They're sister branches for the states, but they're not.
They were certainly the first that I saw to roll over on fucking bump stocks and whatever other shit that they.
Yeah, that's the thing. They'll be the first ones to be like, "Yeah, we should compromise." That's I don't know. I've always had a problem with that shit, but we'll see.
So
I did not hear
that kind of.
Oh, go ahead.
When you have that kind of feeling towards your state organization, it's a little bit hard to get shit together.
Well, yeah, but that's why you should, you know, people should get the gumption and motivation on, especially in that aspect when they have those types of fucking feelings to go and start their own shit. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's not the hardest. Getting the numbers is the hardest part, coming to find out.
That's what I hope to accomplish with Early Watch Nation, is a venue for information.
Yeah, no one in the dark. No one ever gets pie on their face. Nothing like that.
I don't
know. Let's see here. Patriot was saying, did you hear the Crowder interview with Keith Preston? No. But apparently they said Parkland had 115 million for safety and only spent 5. I believe that. Definitely believe that. Like I said, I do think that schools should, you know, have a little bit more funding and have a little bit more shit, but you got to think they still are, you know, what, a municipality or, you know, under a municipality or whatever the fuck. I mean, they're crooked. Schools have their own fucking internal politics that they fucking deal with.
Yeah, it still comes back to the fact that this motherfucker shouldn't have been allowed to buy a fucking gun.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's with
the existing fucking laws that are in place. The son of a bitch should have been banned for buying a gun.
Yeah, he had it was like a fucking a tale of circumstances. This motherfucker like barely got it, barely was able to get the gun, and it was through incompetence of the people that were supposed to be in control of what system is already in place, like you said.
All right, so, you know, if you can't stop somebody who should have been stopped, what makes you think you're going to stop the next guy who should be stopped with more laws? You can't keep up with what we fucking got.
Yeah, this is how we help them. If that's how the route that they want to go and blame and shit, then what we do is we go through and we shit can all the idiots that were fucking unable to, you know, register their shit. That should send a clear fucking message to everybody else that's working, like, hey, you fuck up, you're getting shit canned.
I don't know. I mean, there was so many fucking warnings on this dude.
Oh yeah.
And he just, they say, fell through the cracks, but that ain't it. It was fucking incompetence.
Without a doubt, yeah. Miss Summer's been fighting a good fight. 3 rallies in less than a month over in Minnesota, eh? That's fucking awesome. And then Alaskan Ballistic saying we're fighting gun control in Alaska. Hey, feel free, man, if you want to. We do not have an Early Watch AK yet. Feel free. Send me an email. I think I think I might have set an early watch AK up, so I might just send you the passwords if you want it. What's up, Tardot? The one that's going on in Michigan looks like it might be a political rally, not a Second Amendment rally. Well, you know what? If it's civil rights or civil rights or civil rights, like I would still attend it and just go with my pro-gun mentality. But yeah, I'd rather have something in this situation. I'd rather have something that was pro 2A specific, I guess.
Well, it ain't gonna happen because this was not set up that way, but it's still a national rally in favor of rights.
Right.
2A is one of those.
Yeah, Jumpy was saying about the fucking kid. 23 police house calls to his house before his parents' and death and after. What up, Gary? But yeah, you know, it's just like I don't know, want to talk about red fucking flags and shit. But nope, we got a red flag laws that are getting passed, so we'll be fine. All you gotta do is point your finger and scream, and they'll get their gun took away quick, fast, and in a hurry.
You really think so? Because several people turned this motherfucker in, he still didn't get it.
You know, I mean, well, he didn't do nothing yet, so, you know, but he did, but, you know, there should be more rallies nationwide, even if there is no gun bans passing in the state. Fuck yeah. We should just fucking pop up every now and again. I mean, especially after seeing this should be a wake-up call to everybody, especially now. You know, we got still a lot of the older generation that's with us, and they saw how gun control has evolved. We got the younger generation now that's getting into it and shit. And I don't care what anybody says, what none of the news say, what none of the statistics say. What I've seen with my own fucking eyes is 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds getting into guns more. I've seen it at gun shops. I've seen it at fucking, you know, in my own personal life and shit with the kids. I've seen it, you know. I know that I'm super hopeful on that.
I feel the need to correct something you just said.
What?
Gun control does not evolve; it spreads like a fucking disease.
Well, yes, that's true. But there are the way that they evolve their fucking the genetics of their disease has become apparent. So I mean, it's time for us all to fucking take this as an eye opener. And I mean, yeah, fuck yeah, just like whoever just said that shit. You know, we should be having that shit monthly for no fucking reason. Bi-monthly for no fucking reason, maybe. Even bi-yearly, maybe. Who knows? Whatever. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Think it'll be a waste of time?
Well, I think you do it too often and it doesn't
loses its
resonate. You know, they start turning a deaf ear to it because it's just like having TV on in the background, you know, yeah, whatever. But once or twice a year, if we could get large groups to turn out for a rally, that would be different, especially if we can do it when they're there.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about all these rallies that are going on. Usually it's either during a weekend or something. And I understand some people have to fucking work, okay? I get that. But if we always hold rallies on weekends when those legislators aren't even fucking there, it's not making a big enough statement. We have to literally be holding a rally outside while they're working inside for them to even fucking notice.
If you're not willing to take a day off work for your Second Amendment rights, how much do you actually support it? Really? I mean, granted, there are people who cannot, and I get that. But there's a lot of people that just don't because they don't want to miss $100 for that day. Well, Yeah, I don't know what to say there.
No, Squib, you shut the fuck up. You don't like hearing it. Fine, don't listen. I'm not forcing you to listen to the early watch.
The thing in Tulsa was actually somewhat in the hell's the word I'm looking for? Kind of inspiring because there were so fucking many people there. I didn't expect it to be that crowded. I really didn't expect to wait outside to get in that motherfucker for an hour and a half because I was carrying a gun. I wouldn't have carried the damn thing. But that's how many people were in line. They had 4 people checking guns. It wasn't like they just had one guy doing it all. There was 4 people there checking them. And it took me an hour and a half to get in. A lot of fucking people in that place.
Yeah, well, that's what I figured too, is that it'd be like motivating to see that kind of shit. I don't know. And then it would also be somewhat maybe of a deterrent to gun control. Motherfuckers would be like, oh shit, you see that these assholes get together 3 times, 4 times a year and shit? They're organized. You got to come with something good or go home.
Well, I don't.
Squid says more Tulsa talk. No,
I don't feel bad about telling somebody that they should be willing to give up a day at work to go to a rally once a year. But you start asking somebody to give up 4 or 5, 24 days a year. Nah, that's too much.
That's
but
too
one.
Much.
One day a year, I don't think it's going to bankrupt most people.
Social Ghost was saying I don't know what state he's in. But yeah, you could email me. You can go on to earlywatchnation.com, and on the chapters page, we have every single chapter that's active right now. And you should be able to click on it and it'll send you right to like email them. And if it ain't there, I could set you up either with the email. We've been saving a lot of the passwords just in case people either, for whatever reason, flake out, life happens or something like that. So we can just pick it up with somebody else. So I can open one up for you. You can open up your own. It don't matter. But yeah, all the info is pretty much on earlywatchnation.com.
Yeah, and Jimmy, you need to get your internet back.
I agree. Don't know when, but I agree. So cool. What is it? 7:45 right now. So I'm done. Unless you guys got anything else. There's really no more updates that are pressing at the moment. Michigan has some law going through. I thought I might be mistaken on the state. Not going through, but they're looking at some legislation. I forgot what the fuck it was. Shit. I shouldn't even have brought it up if I didn't know what it was. Well, if anybody knows what the fuck is going on in Michigan, let us know. I'll give you a second. Give you a second for the lag to catch up, and then, I'm pretty much done. What do we got over here? Oh, hey, what's up, Vanessa? What's up, Trav? Oh, Squib says, nah, Mission is good, so cool. All right. I thought I heard something possibly being looked at, so all right, sweet. Yeah, with that, I'm done.
All right, I'm done too. We're out of here.
Cool. Thanks, everybody. Later. Shall not be infringed?
2, 1. Shall not be infringed.